Yo, yo, what it do, everybody? It's MJ to the T, and welcome in to another episode of NBA 2K24, The Backwoods. The regular season has ended and the postseason is over, and the Backwoods walk away with their fifth championship in 6 years. Congratulations to the Backwoods. We were successful in our journey to the championship. Let's see if we can do that again in the seventh and final season of the Backwoods. About to get started with the player retirements. We got Kevin Durant, Brook Lopez, James Harden, Drew Holiday, and Damian Lillard. We got Mike Brown, head coach of the Pacers, and Chip England, assistant coach. Hall of Fame inductees. We got Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Congratulations to the three amazing players, well deserved Hall of Fame inductees. We got Klay Thompson, James Harden, Draymond Green, and Kevin Durant, all retiring their jerseys. Alright, with all that's over with and done, we're about to get started with the NBA draft. Chicago Bulls are now on the clock, and the first pick of the draft, we have Ricky Shelton, center, 6'10", playing from Creighton. The Miami Heat are now on the clock, and they select Roger Drake, a 6'3" point guard, playing from England. The Boston Celtics are now on the clock, and they select Nelson Gregory, 6'9", power forward from St. John's. The San Antonio Spurs are now on the clock, and they select Zach Pearson, 7-foot center from BYU. The Atlanta Hawks are now on the clock. They propose a trade with the Bulls. Patrick Williams and Quincy Henry will be playing for the Atlanta Hawks. And the Chicago Bulls select Ted Hollins, a 6'8" small forward coming from Portland. The Charlotte Hornets are now on the clock, and they select Arthur Roy, 7'2" center from Marquette. The Knicks are now on the clock, and they select Vladimir Lukovsky, 6'7" shooting guard from Serbia. The Sacramento Kings are now on the clock. They propose a trade with the Mavericks. Yuri Kosov will be playing for the Kings, and Desmond Bain will be playing for the Mavericks. And now the Mavericks pick DJ Cameron, a 5'11" point guard playing from Colorado State. A 5-time All-Star, a 5-time All-American player. The Phoenix Suns select Cole McNeil. He's a 6'1" point guard from Colorado State also. The Kings are now on the clock, and they select Jimmy Blackwell. He's a power forward, 6'10", and he played from Kentucky. The Charlotte Hornets select Randy Law, a 7'2" center, and he played in Oregon State. The Portland Trail Blazers are now on the clock, and they select Sam Best. He's a 6'10" small forward, and he played in Michigan. The Pacers are now on the clock, and they select Abe Marks, 7' center, and he played in Kansas. The Magic select they propose a trade with the Knicks. Davion Mitchell and Garrett Dunn will be playing for the Magic. And the Kings select Herb Bird, 6'1" point guard. He played for Fresno State. The Cleveland Cavaliers select Dexter Ewing, 6'9" small forward, and he played in Vanderbilt. The Kings are now on the clock. They select Patrick Reynolds, 6'11" center, and he played for Oregon State. The Lakers select Keith Bailey, 6'10" center, and he played for Xavier. The 76ers are now on the clock. And they propose a trade with the Phoenix Suns. OG Anunoby will be going to the 76ers. And the Phoenix Suns select Steve Murray, a 6'6" shooting guard from Memphis. The New Orleans Pelicans are now on the clock, and they select Todd Gardner. He's a 6'10" small forward, and he played for Wyoming. The Utah Jazz are now on the clock, and they select Dusty Jennings, a 6'8" small forward from Memphis. Atlanta Hawks are now on the clock, and they select Cliff Vaughn, a 6'2" point guard, and he played for Gonzaga. The Brooklyn Nets are proposing a trade with the Rockets. Alright. The Rockets select Courtney Hickson. 6'9", power forward. He played in Florida State. The Milwaukee Bucks are now on the clock and they select Tim Barkley. He's a shooting guard and he played for Auburn. Minnesota Timberwolves are now on the clock and they select Luther Nichols. 6'10", power forward, and he played for Pepperdine. Detroit Pistons select Victor Geiger. 6'9", power forward. He played for Georgia Southern. And the Wizards are now on the clock and they select Raymond Dixon. 6'2", point guard from Duke. The Portland Trail Blazers select Tracy Dennis, power forward, 6'7". He played for Northwestern. The Toronto Raptors are now on the clock. And they propose a trade with the Phoenix Suns. Alright, Jamie Griffin will be playing for the Toronto Raptors. And now the Phoenix Suns select Bernard Francis. 6'5", shooting guard. He played for VCU. Oklahoma City Thunder select Corey Bradley. 6'9", small forward. He played for St. John's. The Golden State Warriors are now on the clock and they select Wally Leonard. 6'5", shooting guard. He played for Arkansas. The Backwoods select John Davison. 6'10", center for BYU. And that marks the end of the first round. The second round will be conducted by Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum. Welcome to the second round. Let's continue to embrace the next generation of players into the NBA. And the San Antonio Spurs select Darryl Walters. Small forward, 6'8". Played for Georgia Tech. The Clippers select Jackie Sims. 6'1", point guard for Illinois State. The New York Knicks propose a trade with the Pelicans. Daniel Gafford will be playing for the Knicks. And the Pelicans select Claude Paxton. 7-foot center who played for Villanova. The Charlotte Hornets are now on the clock and they select Ross Thompson. 7-foot center. And he played for Virginia. The Chicago Bulls are now on the clock and they select Ricky Kennedy. The 6'7" small forward and he played for Kansas State. The Orlando Magic are now on the clock, and they select Harvey Campbell, a 6'8" small forward, and he played for Providence. The Sacramento Kings are now on the clock, and they select Edmund Brooks, 6'8" power forward. He played for San Jose State. The Boston Celtics select B.J. Haynes, 7-foot center, played for Michigan State. The Washington Wizards select Rock Seabeck, 6'2" point guard from Slovenia. The Memphis Grizzlies select Clyde Henderson, 6'6" shooting guard who played for Xavier. The Portland Trail Blazers select Nicholas Moreland, 6'1" point guard. He played for Florida. The Detroit Pistons select Chris Lyons, 6'7" shooting guard, and he played for Baylor. The Mavericks are now on the clock, and they select Marvin Harris, 6'4" point guard from Kentucky. The Cavaliers are now on the clock, and they select Ronnie Lloyd, 6'3" shooting guard from USC. The Orlando Magic select Petar Boskanac, 6'2" point guard from Croatia. The Miami Heat select John Baxter, 6'8" small forward from Southern Methodist. The Indiana Pacers select Monty Young, 6'9" power forward. He played in the Pacific. The Philadelphia 76ers select Darius Floyd, 6'2" point guard. He played for Stanford. The Utah Jazz are now on the clock, and they select Archie Tyler, 5'9" point guard. He played for Australia. The New Orleans Pelicans are now on the clock, and they select Mladen Rodek, 6'7" shooting guard from Serbia. The Brooklyn Nets select Paris Clark, 6'7". He's a shooting guard, and he played for Massachusetts. The Clippers select Donnie Green. He's a 6'2" point guard, and he played for LSU. The Detroit Pistons select Lou Gibson. He's a 7'3" center. He played for Pepperdine. Minnesota Timberwolves select Lawrence Fox, 6'3", shooting guard, and he played in Alabama. The Spurs select Theo Hudson, 6'7", shooting guard from San Francisco. The Wizards select Jeb Hurley, 6'1", point guard. He played in Australia. Russ Green, he's 6'9", power forward. He played in Houston. The Indiana Pacers select Stuart Austin, a 7-foot center. He played in England. The Denver Nuggets select Joseph Hicks, 6'7", small forward. He played George Washington. The Oklahoma City Thunder are now on the clock, and they select Timmy Macy, 6'10", power forward from Georgia Tech. And the Sacramento Kings select Allen Evans III, a 6-foot point guard from Massachusetts. And that concludes the 2029 NBA Draft. Alright, now the NBA Draft is over. Let's see what the All-Star game is going to be this year. Alright, we head into Detroit for this year's All-Star game. Alright. Right. Now let's head to the training camps. Definitely finna work on rebounding some more with Giannis. That's what I'm talking about. See if I can do it again. Yep. I thought I couldn't. But let's boost up Chambers rebounding. Hicks, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Alright guys, let's go ahead and advance to the next season. Okay. There you have it. First game up is going to be the Lakers. That's going to be a great one. Y'all tune in for the season opener. It's the Backwoods be facing against the Los Angeles Lakers with their superstar MJ Tober and Anthony Davis. Who knows what the outcome can be with that one. Y'all stay tuned for that coming your way real soon. And as always, this is MJ to the T, signing out. Peace. And I'll see ya on the next episode of the Backwoods. Y'all take care. Stay blessed. Stay motivated. And I'll see ya on the next one.